Like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. r/ask Reddit by Planet Reddit. What single phrase, regardless of who says it, instantly pisses you off? It's a prank, bro. BCH. I don't care. Don't try that shit with me. It's just a joke. It's a joke equals my stupid and funny joke is more important than your feelings. Ultimately it's my feelings versus your feelings. It hurts to be rejected. So when you reject my joke, it actually must be that you just don't understand jokes. Phew. Saved myself from feeling something unpleasant. No offense, but the color scheme on your Civic engine is going to cost you a few horse pork. Not to be racist, but do you have the time? Why are you asking me? You're Bahindum just because I'm white I have a watch? This is bullshit. Don't even give me this crap that you can clearly see I'm wearing a watch. On a side note, be careful about that phrasing. Reminds me of a story my mother said about from decades back. She really wanted to know what time it was. She worked in fast food at HTE time and was waiting for my father to pick her up after work. She asked a guy if he had the time. He responded about he should have known something like this would happen in that area. He thought she was trying to proposition him and was a prostitute. She really had no idea what he was thinking when he started reacting. She really just wanted to know what time it was. To a kid, I'll give you something to cry about. Shit parenting. Stop crying or I'll give you a real reason to cry. Like, BCH what the yuck? I said it before. I'll say it again. Parenting is one of the most challenging and complicated tasks you can ever take on. Most people, aren't cut out for it. My mom say that to my brother. I say yeah, go on. Cry all you want. You won't make anything with it anyway. Sounds worse now that I wrote it and read it. You know how women are. Boys will be boys. Pisses me off too. Useless apostrophes are my pet peeve. Me too my guy. Plus people still not knowing the difference between your and there, and there. It's really not that complicated. I could care less. It's I couldn't care less. Come on. What if them saying they could care less is intentional? Maybe they are using an incredible play on words to say that they want to care less, but they can't help but care. After all, replying with anything resembling the words I don't care clearly shows that you care enough about the topic to comment on it. That's why anyone who says anything about not caring about something gets on my nerves a little bit. I could care less, but that would take effort, and I don't care enough to do the work. I blame the Breakfast Club. Also shut off. Calm down. I was having an issue with my battery in my car. I took it to a mechanic. He fixed the issue. I drove it home. Next day I got in, drove it down the road, and my left front wheel started jacking up horribly. My car is the kind that you need to remove the left front tire to remove the battery. Whoever invented that deserves to burn in hell. I got a tow truck and took it back to the same mechanic. Turns out he had only put one lug nut back on. I started to raise my voice. He told me to calm down and I could see my husband do a full body cringe out of the corner of my eye approximately 2 seconds before I went nuclear. To date it's the only Karen moment I've ever had. But I feel I was fully justified. You don't get the yuck up my car and then tell me to calm down. Ended up needing a new tire, rim and battery because after all that shit, his repair didn't even work. Justified as told. Ruling. Non-Karen. Sorry, what could have happened if you lived on a busy road? Totally justified and not a Karen moment. I work in retail. I'm used to Karens. The fad of calling any controversy, whatever, gay drives me up the damn wall every time I hear it. Is Richard Nixon really the only controversial character in history worth comparison? How hard is it to be just a little more creative? This is a conspiracy. You/Shobgoblin is trying to silence the truth. We have a new conspiracy to rave about. I call it Gattagat. Also, Watergate was not a water-related controversy. Are you thinking of Watergate? YouTube link. Good girl. This should only be said to people significantly younger than you. Example, me 33, to 2 years old that does something they were struggling with. My 89 years old grandma to me when I managed to sew a stitch I was having trouble with. Or to dogs. Yes, I do agree with you. Excellent female. You get what you get and you don't get upset. Since I was a kid that shit pissed me off. There is a store brand soda vending machine at a grocery store by my house that sells cans of soda for like 35 cents. All the usual flavors are there. Dr. Wright, Mountain Mist, all the hits, all the classics. There is one selection however, called You Get What You Get and You Don't Throw a Fit. I just couldn't resist. I pushed that button, and out came off-brand grapefruit soda. I came so close to throwing a fit. Luckily my wife likes grapefruit soda so I just gave it to her. Content like this is why I joined Reddit. Gimme gimme never gets. Makes me aggressively angry and I can't explain why. When anyone self-proclaims I just have no filter, it's just an excuse to not be responsible for their actions. If anyone says this, just ask them to say the N-word. Nebraska? Nincompoop. But don't you let me catch you saying that. Edit. So this is how you spoil a text. It's gonna be in THLRSTPLASYOU low. Yeah, that's because I'll stop looking when I find it, you bumbling cretin. Most people I know who use it do it for that exact reason. It's meant to be more funny than actual advice I guess, although still can be annoying at times. The fact of the matter is usually followed by an opinion, not a fucking fact. My first reaction to this was yeah that's facts, at which point I realized it's definitely an opinion, which is ironic. Yes, thank you. This one bugs the shit out of me, because it's so often followed by opinion or incorrect incomplete facts. I feel the same way about if you think about it followed by opinion. Hey, actually, I have thought about it, and I don't agree. That's just your opinion when comparing something. What about that's just like your opinion man, is that one better? I also hate that when it's a completely objective verifiable fact that is being dismissed as just your opinion, or a demonstrably false statement being supported with I'm entitled to my opinion. Nobody. Not a single soul. Absolutely fucking no one. Not even a single cat. Be normal. Right, well we can talk about normality until the cows come home. What is normal? Where's home? What are cows? If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. If you give me 6 lines written by the hand of the most honest of men, I will find something in them which will hang him. Supposedly said by Cardinal Richelieu. My favorite response, if that were true, shouldn't the government declassify everything? The problem is, every single person on this planet has something to hide. Video games cause violence. Any stupid conspiracy theory that is based on a scary buzzword like radiation, or phrases with toxins natural organic as an excuse for something being better or worse. It has ingredients I can pronounce. Seems to be a new one on that list. You know what's easy to pronounce? Lead. Doesn't mean it's good for you. You know what's hard? Well, mildly inconvenient to pronounce? Dihydrogen monoxide. It's water. F to the chemists who can pronounce all of the ingredients. I literally did something literally. Like literally. Actually it's literally. If that'll make you feel better. Said in a totally patronizing way. Origin story. I went with my father to purchase a used car. I was 28 at the time, and was looking at a 13-year-old car that was worth about $1,000. They were asking $1,400, and it needed a tune-up, new brakes and tires. So $1,000 was all I was willing to pay. The entire time we were there, the salesman was trying to sell my dad instead of me until my dad told him 2x that it was my car. My decision. Once I negotiated the salesman down to $1,000, he left to get the manager to sign off on it. The sales manager came in and told me there was no way they could go that low, because they bought it at auction and had more than that in it. After I reiterated that it wasn't worth that much due to the work it needed, he told me that he could knock off $100. If that'll make you feel better. I said no thanks. Got up and walked out with my father following me. 3 weeks later, they advertised it for $1,200 in the paper, and 2 weeks after that, it was listed for sale by someone else for much less. I already had another car by then from somewhere else, so I just laughed. Are you even trying? Read this as Diva from Overwatch. Not sure if you play. You're too young to be tired. 8 Karen. My grandmother-in-law is from Thailand and says this to me all the time. I have 4 kids and work 50 plus HRS a week. I'll be tired when I damn well feel like it. You're too young to anything is pretty annoying. Young people apparently can't be tired, or depressed, or anxious, can't have back neck pain, can't decide when they want children or a marriage, can't understand any concepts an older person understands. If you insult someone back then you're just as bad as them. Not as bad as if you hit someone back, you're just as bad as them. Uck off. How is defending myself equal to attacking an innocent person for no reason? School's logic. Calm down. If I wasn't pissed before, I am now. If someone is upset, instead of saying calm down, just tell them to shut the uck up. Happy wife, happy life, just, no. Happy spouse, happy house, that shit's gotta go both ways. If you wanna be happy for the rest of your life, don't make the pretty woman your wife. Listen to my personal point of view. Get an ugly girl to marry you. I say happy spouse, happy house. Is that any better? I seen. No, you didn't seen something happen. You saw it. Seen it happen. I don't usually post this sort of thing, then proceeds to post that thing as they often do. This generation really doesn't know, or kids nowadays. Back in my day. Y'all man. Suck it up. Or variations of this. Telling a guy to man up is the same as telling a woman to get back in the kitchen. It bothers me so much when my grandma tells my nephew to man up. Why are you wearing no cloths and covered in baby oil? It gets annoying after a while. I find it worse when they also ask what are you doing in my house and how did you get in? Yay. Though it's fun seeing them try to catch me and their hands slipping as I run away screeching. But you're insert gender/race here, as if your race or sex determines your validation on something. Just calm down. Get over it. If I can do it, so can you. You're not trying. You're so sensitive. You never listen. You always complain. I have, insert mental illness, too, and I can do this. That last one is rage inducing. Mental illness is a spectrum of severity. I have GAD but I can hold down a job and such. A ton of people have it more severe and need so many meds to function. They can't. Ah, I see you've met my ex. Well actually, then goes on with their opinion. It is what it is. It's what it's. I'll be honest, I say this when someone is complaining or venting and I DK what to say because I'm a piece of shit. Never mind in response to me asking them to repeat something. Fuck's sake, if it was important enough to say the first time, it's important enough to repeat it so I can make sure I understood, and if it's not, then why get all passive aggressive about it? Can I speak W the manager? All lives matter. What do you think? As an answer to any question, if I had an answer, I wouldn't have asked anything in the first place. I don't know is not an answer. I totally forgot about that one. How is it not a fucking answer? I don't know what to tell you. I hated that response so much. 3 AM in the morning. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Unless it's on a meme. I'm speaking my truth. Isn't your truth just your opinion? Join our community Discord, link in description. Run Forest run. Every time you go for a jog, shut your uck up. That's so OCD. Say hello to my little friend. I agree. It was cool and Scarface but people just say it so much that at this point it's blatantly dumb and not badass in any way, shape or form. I was only introducing you to my mate who is vertically challenged. Agree to disagree. What do you say in a situation where you clearly see that continuing the argument will just be an endless gaping pit for your time and energy, and you're clearly not going to reach common ground? The goal being to distance yourself from the argument without telling the other person to go diddle themselves. Yeah, it's better to back out of a tense debate when both parties are getting increasingly frustrated and common ground feels out of reach. Those conversations just leave me sweaty and angry, and I prefer to avoid that, especially W friends. Basically anything like boys will be boys or something that is describing someone a certain way because of their gender. Let's be honest, so we were lying before? You looked better before. Well, good ducking thing I didn't ask you, Stacy. Whether it be my hair color or my weight, someone has to comment on the way I look. I'm in my 20s and any time a woman older than me refers to me as babe or honey sweetie, it makes me cringe every time. If the woman is the same age as me, it makes me super uncomfortable. This is usually in a restaurant situation where it's a waitress. One of my biggest pet peeves. New normal. Calm down. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Everything happens for a reason. Like when I slap someone, the reason is that they said that. Whenever someone says K to me in any way, shape or form, I once blocked a girl for a week or so for saying that to me because she was mad at me. K. Why are you mad? I'm not mad, I just have a resting BTCH face. Would it kill you to smile? I tease my arcing face. I look like this all the time. They're just doing it to get a reaction out of you. Yep, I know that's what they're doing. And goddammit, it's working. That's not an excuse. My truth. There is no such thing as your truth. There is the truth. And there is falsehood. Did I ask? Genuinely hate hearing that. I'm not driving, I'm traveling, like seriously. The first few times I understand. But now we know that shit don't fly. Give it up already. Boys will be boys. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Then shut up. Whatever. All lives matter. If you weren't on that phone all the time or any equivalent. Anything with these words on Reddit. Trump, Biden, COVID, virus, police. Racism doesn't exist towards white people. Tell you what. It's always in the last place you look. Hey, I found it, but let me keep looking just in case. I don't like how given became gifted. Did we agree on this? I never got my ballot. It's a Jersey thing. Like shut the yuck up instead of using it as an excuse for calling me muff cabbage. I'm not homophobic, but, like bro, just shut up. Not my job. Oh, is it your job to ignore everything that needs to be done? Cucked. Due to the fact. That sounds like a you problem, lol. Calm down, especially when my mom screams it in my face. And whenever my dad compares me to other kids and how they devote the time to their schoolwork. Well, guess what, you shit. I've been devoting all my time to helping you outside just to make sure you don't hurt yourself. Calm down. You look tired. What the yuck does that even mean? What goes on in your mind to even say that? Why are you even commenting negatively on somebody's appearance, you absolute piece of filth? I have not once in my life though. Hey, let me comment negatively on this person's appearance that they cannot immediately fix. If you say this, I hate you. Your words, not mine. I can't make any promises. Just a friendly reminder. Only extreme douchebags say that's clutch. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.